What are you reading, Alex?
Oh, I'm reading the compendium for Spawn. Compendium 1.
We have the movie of the year, Tenet.
Actually, when I was working overnights, I listened to like the entirety of the Dark Knight's Metal storyline as like a podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to your mom's favorite place to be. We're your hosts, Edward, Anthony, Noah, and now we have Alex.
Dude, we should make a podcast.
That being said, it's time to hang 10 with your top entertainment news of the week.
About what?
Well, it's like something that we all had like in common. Like, what's something that we could all like talk about for a while?
We always talk about movies and stuff, like movies that just came out.
So, Alex, 1 to 10, no decimals.
1 to 10, no decimals for the movie. Solid 9.
Find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, I'm down, Anthony. We should do
That'd be
like
cool.
different segments too. Like we should have like a game, like an icebreaker, and then maybe we can read some like movie news or like entertainment news.
Dude, what if we call ourselves like spam mail?
Everyone listening, we have a huge announcement to close out the pod.
What if we do the Hooligan Hangout?
If you guys are new to our podcast, make sure to check out our previous season.
Welcome to the Hooligan Hangout.
Welcome back, guys, to the Hooligan Hangout, your mom's favorite place to be. You got your hosts, Edward, myself, Anthony, Alex, and Noah here.
Yeah,
This week we'll be
baby.
discussing Morbius, but we'll get into that right after we jump into our news segment for the week. Anthony, what do you got for us?
For Alex, who I know has not heard about it, Ezra Miller, the star of the new Flash movie, got arrested, and we all kind of knew that he was crazy in the past. Did you not know that? Like, actually?
No, I didn't know that, man.
Stop lying.
There's a video of him beating a woman in a bar.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And okay, so apparently he got kicked out of one bar, tried to go to another bar in the same street, was denied entrance because he got kicked out, and then like still wanted to go in, and then he was like confronted by the police, and then I don't know, I forgot exactly what he did in the bar. He like assaulted somebody or something.
I can't imagine him being like, "You know who
He's a
I am?
terrible
Do you know who
alcoholic.
I am? I'm the Flash."
Yeah, and then after he got arrested and like let go and something, he like went up to this couple and was basically like, "I'll bury both of you like in the ground."
Goodness.
It was like a threat, and he got like a restraining order against, or they got a restraining order against him. And it was crazy. It's like, it was this
Like,
huge
not my
thing.
Flash.
Homie's
He-
turning into the reverse Flash.
Dude, he's crazy. Like, he's actually crazy.
He
But,
doesn't. He does not deserve a job. Straight
No.
up.
So Warner Brothers and DC Films called an emergency meeting on the 30th, which was like, well, I don't know, sometime last week. And they came to the conclusion that they were going to pause like everything. Like that anything that he's in, they're going to put pause on.
Dude, I wouldn't even pause it. If they were an actual good business, they would fire him on the spot.
I think they're going to eventually, because I don't know how far they are in the Flash development in the movie.
They've
No,
already
it's
finished
yeah,
filming,
finished
dude.
filming. Yeah, he's gonna be in it for sure. Like that, it's his movie, regardless.
Yeah, any future appearances or anything, they completely like paused that on. It was just crazy.
That's why
But-
That's why I think it's a good thing. It's a multiverse movie. It's easy to write him out.
Speaking
Right.
How are you gonna write him out at the end of his own movie?
Well, okay, so this is what's crazy is literally everybody on the internet right now, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like everyone is wanting to put Grant Gustin as the new Flash. They're all calling for him to replace Ezra Miller.
Do it.
I don't know how I feel exactly, because like I love Grant Gustin. He's like an extremely good actor. He's so good at he is the Flash in my opinion.
Mhm.
But if he takes this movie like role, I don't know where this show will go. Which
I'd
I'll be
totally okay with
the
them
show in.
canceling the show to put him on a movie that has good visual effects and good
Right.
writing.
I will be okay with that. It'll just be so different because I feel like you're so attached to like the
That
show
version.
Barry Allen, the show him. So him going to the movie, it's not his personality, you know?
I don't mind it either, but I think he's already established he's for that TV series, which is why they didn't bring him on for the first film. Number
Right.
one. Number two, I don't think what do you call it? I don't know how
don't know
they already showed him in a different universe, and they're already trying to establish different like multiple universes in the multiverse. So I think they'd want somebody else just because of that too.
I don't know. The
I don't
fans
think
have
they'll
in
do it.
fact made DC their bitch before, so
That is
When-
true.
when the
I
Snyder
don't think
cut
they will
dropped,
do it, but I won't complain.
That's different though.
Yeah.
Because Snyder was like, "Hey, bro, like, should I release this?"
Yeah.
And
But-
actually, that wasn't even DC. That was HBO. HBO was like, "No, we'll give you the money."
well,
Anthony, speaking of multiverses, Sam Raimi, director of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, is trying to reprise he's not trying to reprise, he's not against filming Spider-Man 4, which is, I don't know, I really only know Raimi for his trilogy movies. I don't really think he has more than 4, does he? More than 3?
I think it's
He's
two.
directed a bunch though,
I
hasn't
don't
he?
see
Like a
how
bunch
that
of
makes the
movies.
difference, though.
I think
No, it's just like when he films like sequels to movies, it's usually just a trilogy.
with
Yeah.
I
with Toby.
don't understand how that makes a difference, though.
With
Yeah,
Toby?
Rocha, why are you being such a hater? I'm
I'm
explaining
just
why
saying-
it's weird because for me, I just know him for his trilogy movies, or even if he has a standalone film, it's fine. But like I'm talking about his trilogies.
Evil
So
Dead was
it's-
goaded.
Yeah, it's his kind of icon. Like that's his directing thing. You know, like Quentin Tarantino has feet in his movie. Sam Raimi has trilogies for sequels.
That was so like left field.
I thought you were going with like the excessive gore or some shit. No, he just went with feet.
I don't know. I think it would be cool. I think the way he said it was perfect. He was basically like I don't know where Marvel's at right now. I don't know what their plans are with Toby. I don't know if they will even want it, but
I'm down.
I would be down if they did want it.
All right, then I'm doing your piece of news next.
I think it'd be cool, but like
Yeah,
for
annoying
I
the
think-
shit out of me tonight.
I think it'd be cool because of an older Toby story, like an older Spider-Man story. I think that'd be sick. But at the same time, I feel like he already had a story ready for 4. Like he'd have to like rewrite like everything and
I feel
make
like
a whole new
Kristen-
story.
Kristen-
I mean,
And
he said
now,
he'd be okay with it.
and now, knowing Marvel, he's gonna have to try and fit that into the MCU too.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, Anthony and I were discussing Marvel movies, and apparently he's only seen about 4 to 5.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
4 to 5 MCU movies.
You mean Sam Raimi?
Yeah, the guy that we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That is it? What?
The way you said it, I thought you meant Anthony. I was really
Oh
confused.
no, I said Anthony. Oh, my bad.
No,
My
you're
bad,
good.
G. Anthony's
I've
only seen 6.
only seen what
Which is
the one-
also
what is the one in the never mind.
What is the bro? You can literally say any almost like the main MCU superhero names, and we would know which movie you're talking about.
Have you seen the
I was
one?
gonna say a joke.
Yeah, that one.
I was gonna say a joke, but then I started to say it and realized it wasn't funny.
I wish you had said it. It would have been funnier than you just staring at
said
the camera.
nothing.
Like, yeah, what about that one?
Well, speaking of Marvel movies and the Avengers,
Huh?
Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans are teaming up to co-star in Project Artemis, which is a movie that only real description has been it's going to be about like a space race. It's directed by Jason Bateman, but the only
Wait,
reason I'm saying it
like
is that
they're gonna
this Apple
Race cars. in
Apple
space.
Apple has put $100 million into purchasing just the script.
Why?
Because Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans have like instant chemistry.
Because Scarlett Johansson actually helped develop the script, and I think she's going to produce it.
Wait, you said who bought it?
Apple.
What did that? What did? Huh?
Apple has their own streaming service and stuff. So this
Apple
is like,
Apple also
No, I
I've
forgot
only
about
seen
Apple
I've only
TV.
seen a couple of their stuff, but the quality of their products are really good.
they don't do much, but when they do,
That's
Yeah,
good.
They
The
do it.
production's always really good.
That's like one of the only streaming services I don't pay for. Everything
oh, me
else.
too.
Just 'cause it's
I only
ridiculous,
watch
that's
whatever's
why.
on it on the Apple TV that my parents own. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also really dig that Jason Bateman's directing it. I like Jason Bateman a lot. So I don't know if this is like his first movie he's directed. I really don't. I don't don't know like about him that much, but if it is, then props to him because that's really cool.
Oh no.
No, sorry, I wasn't sure if you had anything else to say. All right, guys. Last but not least, because next week we're going to be talking about Sonic 2, so I thought I'd just mention the big breaking news, or I guess it's not breaking yet. But Jim Carrey said he's probably going to retire from acting, and this might be his last movie. I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't know like where his character is going to be or where it's going to go after this movie. If maybe he would return for like Sonic 3 or something. But the way it's sounding, he's finally ready to go, and he's even said he doesn't really have anything else to prove. Like he knows that he's had enough. He doesn't need to show anyone else. Which I really respect Jim Carrey.
To be fair, I'm kind of glad he's going out like this, like with like big
Not with the
you know what I mean?
shitty movie.
On
Yeah,
his terms.
Yeah, on his terms. He's not out. He's not ending up like Tommy Lee, who's somehow ended up on Japanese commercials, or what's another, or even like simply actors that just get too old to act and they become depressed or repressed.
Al Pacino.
Jack and Jill, bro.
Homie hit a new low when he played in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I forgot
the
about
low
that,
was
bro.
when he
It's
played
crazy.
himself in Jack and
Jack
Jill.
and Jill.
Have y'all heard like when he was like kind of going crazy and he was basically saying like, "Oh, everything is a role." Jim Carrey, that's not me. That's just a role that I play. He
Yeah,
was
dude.
like, it's crazy. I think it's gonna be good for him to retire. Honestly, like I love him,
Also-
but well, go ahead.
No, you finish. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I just think it would be good for his mental health.
He's a Hollywood truther, bro. A saint.
Yeah,
That's insane. Did you
Going out
guys
in
see
style.
that it came out not too long ago that Idris Elba also what is it he
no way.
what's it the fuck is it called when you just do shit on the fly?
Improv.
Improv?
Yeah, he improved most of Knuckles' lines in the movie,
That's
What?
pretty sick because that just tells me he knows the character.
or he just knew to be sarcastic as shit.
That too. Well, if he improv, that means like he didn't even look at the lines. He just
But
did
yeah,
it on his own.
homie improvised most of Knuckles' lines in this movie.
That's cool because he's getting his own show too. I want to see that.
This means this dude's just about to be hilarious on his own. Fucking love Idris Elba. He's one of my favorite actors right now.
He's goat tier, dude. Like, it's been a while he's been acting, but he's goat tier for sure. Along with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's going to the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah.
Hollywood
real,
Hall
dude.
of Fame. I'm gonna miss him.
Rip, my boy.
You know what we don't miss?
Not Rip.
Oh, never mind.
Our weekly sponsored segment.
All right, I already know this movie is going to spark controversy. For those of you who have not already heard, Morbius has been getting completely shit on for the last couple weeks. And as of right now, it is currently has a Rotten Tomato score of 16%, making it the worst rated Marvel movie of all time.
Heck, Rotten Tomatoes. Just kidding. Please sponsor us.
I personally don't understand this, so I'm really interested in seeing what insights y'all give about the movie because I don't know. We'll see. We'll hear about it.
But wait, before you continue, a common misconception is Rotten Tomatoes. That you said like 16%. That just means 16% of people liked it.
Right.
Critics. There's some hated it.
So this movie, Morbius, was directed by Daniel Espinosa. The main character, Morbius, is played by Jared Leto, who is given a bad rep, but I think he's a pretty good actor who's almost always given bad writing. But
I disagree, but we'll continue.
and then we also have Matt Smith, who is known probably as Doctor Who. He's got a big role in that.
He's a good actor. I love.
And then Adria, I don't know how to say her name. And I forgot. And then we got Jared Harris, Tyrese Gibson. All of them are in it.
Did you say Jared Leto too?
Jared
did.
Leto, bro.
Bro. Log out, bro.
Yeah, so everyone has been completely hating on this movie. What do y'all think about it? Okay, let's start with...
Quick non-spoiler, right?
Yes, this is going to be non-spoiler. Let's start with some positives.
Okay. Who do you want to start with?
Alex, give me some positives about this movie.
I don't know. It's in the trailer that he has echolocation. So I'm gonna say right now that I think the moments where he had his echolocation going on in the movie, I think that was pretty badass. because like I don't know, because I was in the RPX, so I was just sitting there alone in the theater, and I could feel it because like no one's there to take up the bass and reverb. So when I hear that, boom, 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 like, I'm just like it was just cool in my opinion. Like that's something that I did like about the movie.
Also, if y'all don't have a pro, I'll take your turn.
Okay.
You have a lot of pros.
I do.
Okay, liberal.
No.
Bro, you can't. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What?
What you got?
Oh, was it me? I actually thought the tone was okay. It was pretty much it felt like a vampire movie, if that makes sense.
I'd say the
Well,
tone was
I mean,
pretty
he is a
consistent.
vampire, Noah. So I'm just saying.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah,
He's
okay.
not the vampire.
Okay.
He's
My
not a
favorite
vampire.
part was when he said it was Morbian time.
Did you say that?
No, he doesn't.
It's Morbian time.
Bro, what does he say that?
I wish he had said that, dog. I would have been rolling in that theater.
It's Morbius time.
Go,
And he's like,
Morbid Rangers.
and he's like, bro.
No.
And then he's like, I gotta watch it again. I missed it.
All the fucking goons are just sitting there.
He
just
did say he
fucking,
was
like,
Venom, though.
dancing.
He didn't say it.
He
Oh, he
was
did.
like,
Never mind. He
I'm
did.
Venom.
Oh, did you even watch the movie? No,
No, I did.
No one watched the movie. The first 5 minutes, and everyone was like, "Yeah, all right, bro, I'm done."
All right, I gotta go.
Okay. Sorry. All right, Edward.
I will say, the visual effects were pretty nice. That shit looked mint.
That's what I'm saying. It looks so good.
I was gonna say that, Rosha, but then I didn't want to take that from you for like the third time in a row. So I just like just a scene.
Fuck you, bro.
What do you mean?
I want to be positive, so I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But
Dude, the
what's up,
visual
man?
effects were so like every aspect of the movie. I think were.
Well, I wouldn't go
I
that
take
far.
it back. There. Okay, I'll come back to that. But the fighting scenes were amazing. When he was just like,
I wouldn't say
disappearing.
that far
I
either.
agree with you, Anthony.
I thought they were very good, and also
For most of the fighting scenes, there were a couple
and-
fight scenes where I was like,
well, this
what
is
the
positives,
fuck?
Edward. So shut up.
Okay,
Oh
thanks.
shit!
I'm just kidding. Also, like like Alex said, the echolocation, I loved that. How you could see everything. That was so good. Okay, and another thing is, I feel like they pulled off.
Yo, you already gave like 4, bro.
They
That's
pulled
okay.
off some
That's okay.
ballsy moves in the writing, things that like threw me off that I wouldn't have expected. And I'm not gonna say. I'll say it more in the spoiler. Yes, it is.
Like it's a
Like
good
there are some events that happened in the movie that you're like, dang, did they do that? It's crazy.
I
I don't know.
could
It
not
kept,
think of a single scene like that, but all
it
right.
kept me on the edge of my seat. Like I wanted to know what was going on. I thought it was a really good movie. And okay, the other thing is I thought it would feel really, really rushed.
Do not tell me you don't feel that way.
Sorry.
I feel it was maybe a tiny
Tiny?
but for the amount
Tiny?
of time that the movie, it was only an hour and 40-minute movie, and everything that happened within the movie, I felt like it happened in a good amount of time. Like I thought they did really good with the pacing.
Was it that short?
Yeah, it was only an hour and 40.
Well, it was an hour
felt
50
like an
total with
agony.
like 10 minutes of credits. Is like an hour 40.
Oh,
I felt like forever. I kept checking my time. I kept texting the fucking group chat because I was like, "Yo, this fucking movie's taking so long."
The opposite that happened with me.
yeah. Go
I-
down the
I
line.
just-
yeah.
So I just saw this movie right before recording. Literally, I got home and got ready to record. Me, my brothers, and Yarisa all walked out of the theater and were like, that movie was short as fuck. What the hell? Like, we felt it was like super rushed. Like literally from the moment it started off to the end, Sony's kind of started doing this thing with the last few, like Venom 2 and this movie now, where they're short as hell and they're rushed and the pacing sucks dick and it takes away from the overall movie.
I don't think so though. The pacing was really well because like every point of progression, like they clearly went in depth with each point of progression for me. I think
They didn't give you enough time to connect with any of the fucking characters.
Yeah, even Venom 2
I
towards
will
the
give
end
you
was
that.
rushed. Like it should have been a little bit longer.
It's just at the beginning. I guess the chemistry between the characters. Like at the beginning, it felt like super warm, and then like nearing the end, characters at one point just started like, I guess I know that some characters are just meant to be apart, but
There was only like 3 damn characters, bro.
no, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't know. It just it felt off at the very end, like even with like the characters all together.
Dude, I don't think that was a comprehensive fucking thought, dude. What the
It's
fuck?
okay. I got you, my
Do
brother.
you know what I mean, Noah?
I got you, my brother. It's all right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay,
Okay.
it's just like characters that were close to each other in the beginning of the movie. At the very end, they felt distant. I get there was a couple characters that were supposed to feel distant, but there was a certain character that I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about. But when they, like,
Okay, go into that and the spoiler.
Spoiler. Yeah. We got it. Yeah, we got to wrap it up. I guess all I really have to say is this is a film that really did feel like it went through reshoots. I thought the beginning was okay, but as soon as it hit the turning point with the villain, it was like a dumpster fire. As soon as that second half of the film started, and it felt like it felt like they didn't know what direction they were going to. They were just trying to get to the end, and then don't get me started on those post credit scenes. They were just awful. The writing was not there for me. A lot of the action scenes were so distorted, and like I get they're like supposed to be super fast vampires and stuff, but there was like a scene, and I'm pretty sure it was in the trailer, but they were like falling from a building or something, and there was a bunch of like debris and debris was like all in your it was literally in your face. Debris was in your face the whole time. You did not see who like how they were fighting or anything.
Honestly, I know there was 2 after credit scenes though. I after the first one.
Would y'all recommend the movie to these viewers?
Not really.
Don't watch this movie.
I would highly.
It would be like Moonfall, where I recommend you watch it just so you can fucking laugh at how shitty it is.
Dude, I thought Moonfall was funnier than this movie, dog. I wouldn't recommend this at all.
I genuinely don't understand. Like, I can't comprehend what y'all thought was so bad about it. Like,
We'll get into it.
Let us slide into the spoilers, and we'll tell you.
So 3 out of 4 hooligans don't recommend.
Well, we end on positive notes here, Noah. 1 out of 4 hooligans recommend. And on that note, you guys go follow all our socials so you can hear us talk about Sony movies in our upcoming YouTube video at the Hooligan Hangout. Check out our merch. merch.streamelements.com/the Hooligan Hangout. And keep an eye out on YouTube for our short film coming up, because it'll be 80 times better than this shit. Now, that being said, Noah, not Noah, fuck you, Anthony, dive into your spoiler positives.
Okay.
Doesn't elaborate.
I want to do it a little differently this time. Since y'all don't.
Negatives.
Why?
Because, we always start with negatives.
I was like, wait, what?
Anthony, you start with the negatives.
I think that the CGI on their faces could have been a little bit better. Not all the time. I thought it was good, and sometimes, except for Matt Smith, I didn't like his CGI on his face.
I didn't like the character. I think it was less the CGI, and I think it was more the design they went for his vampire face. It looked off because of how deep the cheekbones were. Like the black on his cheekbones looked way blacker than the shadows in the shot, so it made it like stick out as fake.
The cheekbones look so pointy, dog.
And then I remember there was one point they were doing like a fight scene, and I don't know, there was something wrong about the tracking with the CGI of his vampire on his face, to where like you could see where it ended at his neck, and like the real part, like the real began and the CGI started. Like you could see that crease.
I didn't even notice
it wouldn't like follow his neck, and I was like, that looks gross.
But I think that's all the negatives I have right now. I might agree with some of y'all's, but I'm probably going to go against a lot of y'all's too. Okay. I think a lot of my positives for this episode are going to come from your negatives. I'm just going to put that out there.
I guess more so on the writing portion of it. Just the characters were... Or let me start with this. The writing, just dialogue-wise, was so corny. Like, the one I remember distinctly was when he went to prison, and he's like, I'm about to be hungry. You don't like me when I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. That's
Like,
so like
Jordan.
bad. That's so
Jordan.
bad.
The
Yeah.
first words out of my 12-year-old brother's mouth whenever he said that, he's like, who's this guy trying to be? Venom? The Hulk? Spider-Man?
I thought the Hulk, yeah.
That was
Exactly.
the whole, yeah.
But I will say there were a few pieces of dialogue like that, but I don't think it was the whole movie.
Dude, I fucking hated when they were like, the few, the mighty, bro. The few, the mighty. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
When they establish a dark tone, especially with vampires, you can't say corny lines like that, dog. It
Yeah.
totally takes you
Don't
out
worry.
of it. But otherwise, writing wise, I'm gonna go more so into the characters. I felt like the way they wrote his love interest was so bad. It was so forced.
It's kind of shallow.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't like that
To
either.
be honest, I could not tell they were love interests until they actually kissed. And I was like,
Yes,
what
I
the
agree.
fuck?
I
She-
didn't know.
They wrote her as in the beginning she was like, oh, like, why are you taking blood from bats, dog? Like, this ain't safe. Like, this is illegal.
Yeah,
To her
like,
being
she
like,
just
oh,
felt
I'm crazy. I'm a crazy too. I'm crazy too. Like, just I'll help you with
She-
whatever you need.
She
I was like,
went
bro,
from just being like a normal lab assistant to hitting a coma to
Yeah.
bench her for half the movie while everything important happened just to bring her back to get shanked.
Yeah.
But she's still alive.
yeah, she's a vampire, bro.
Oh.
I do agree with both of your points there, Noah.
And then the writing for the villain, I feel like he was just there to be there. Like, oh,
This
let's
was
just make a duplicate villain for him to fight. And not only that, I get the development of them being like adopted brothers together and stuff, but they never made me even care because at the beginning of the movie, I get we're supposed to inference it, but he was there for like one scene when they were children, and then the whatever their father, their quote unquote
Everything else happened.
yeah, their father figure was like, oh, Jared Leto, whatever, Michael Morbius, you have to go to this gifted and talented school, and then I guess they just kept in touch for that many years.
Can
I
I?
thought it was so weird that they sent him to a gifted school because he just repaired something. Like, I get it was hard to do, but it's like if that kid was around it enough and saw like other people doing it, I feel like it'd be pretty easy to pick up.
I want to say something, and
Go ahead.
I don't
One
have
sec.
specific examples off the top of my head, so I know you're gonna ask for them.
Is it,
But-
is it positive?
But no, it's with your negative.
Oh, okay.
And I promise that I will get back to you after this podcast with a list of movies. But you're right. They did just make the villain the complete opposite of him. But there are so many movies that do the exact same thing and
But
are rated
better.
high. They're rated high. For example, well, actually, I didn't see Venom, so I can't like say that. But I feel like just off of what I know about Venom is the same thing. But there are a bunch of movies that do literally that. They just have the enemy is someone close to them that turns into them basically, and
Okay.
then like goes against them. You know,
Well, let's look at it this way, okay? So a good example of how this is done well would be if you were to look at the first Black Panther movie. They had a villain that was literally T'Challa, right? The same, they just had flipped ideals, right?
That's what I
That's
was
a-
And the reason he worked so well is because they did such a deep character study on Killmonger's background and why he was shaped the way he did, right? in
so
this
much
movie,
so much
the
so that
whole-
they didn't want Killmonger to die.
Yes, exactly. And in this movie, they showed how they were friends, but the whole point of him turning a villain is because he was like, nah, bro, you literally just watched me suck a bag of blood. Why would I want you to have to do this all the time? And that's that's him going to a bloodthirsty murderer.
It's because he
It
doesn't
makes no
want to
sense.
die. Like he's been fighting that for
Yes, but
his entire life.
I
You
get
know,
he doesn't want to die, but how does he going from not wanting to die to, oh yeah, I'll kill all these people just so I can live? Like, there is
Because-
no transition to that. It's just like he just does
No.
it and goes.
No, it was the same thing with Morbius because Morbius, he got the cure originally and killed all those people.
No, but that's how it starts.
And then he
remember?
said never again.
yeah,
And then
Right.
this fucker did it and was like, I'm going to keep doing it just because it feels good.
I agree with y'all that there could have been more progression, and that could have been where the extra time came in. Like that's where the extra time in the movie could have came in when they could have made the movie longer. But I don't think it makes it a negative because
does literally make it a negative because it weakens their story and doesn't make them a full thought out character. It just makes them an NPC to fight.
I don't know. I feel like you can kind of fill in the gap too. Like, I don't think you should need to. I think it would have been a lot better if the extra time was there, but I don't think it was bad because it wasn't there.
Since that extra time wasn't there, it made him a shitty villain.
Okay.
We'll move on. Just real quick, last thing about the writing. They wrote in those police characters, but they were so fucking stupid. They were like, "Oh, there must be a vampire here. I wonder what we're gonna do." They don't do dog shit the whole fucking movie.
I was about to say, dude, they literally contributed absolutely nothing to anything.
All they did was figure out that there was a vampire, which, I mean, obviously the audience knew. They didn't know that, but that's all they figured out. And they were like, I wonder how we stop a vampire. Oh, there's two of them?
Oh, well.
Yeah,
There's no reason for that storyline. Like, I would have replaced those cops being dickheads for a better villain background.
Wasted Tyrese Gibson.
Alex, what is a negative for you?
Do y'all have any more negatives? I'll just say that. I'll be more broad.
Yeah.
I guess my negative is just relating to the characters with each other. You already talked about how empty the relationship felt with the girl character. Forget her name.
Me too.
Between her and Morbius, it goes from like a cautious work relationship to like full blown lovers. You know, and it's even for like a shallow reason. Like, he got better, and that's when she started noticing him and started being with him. Yeah. And then with the character with Milo, like, it gives us like a few minutes of like their childhood together, but then it's like, oh, well, now Morbius is off, and now you don't see how much the relationship meant to them. You know what I mean? And now it goes from them being like childhood brothers to like, I'm gonna rip your throat out if you don't even join my side. You know, like, I want there to be an arc. An arc. This is just a straight shot. This is like a fucking line. It's not an arc.
Dude killed his dad. Or his adopted dad.
And with no remorse. And this dude fucking stood up for him like his whole life.
Yeah, like the jealous thing did literally come out of fucking nowhere. Like, he just pulled it out of his ass to give him.
That was supposed to make us feel like he was a good villain or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird plot hole how Morbius, he was so like, he couldn't control the thing whenever he saw blood. Like, that girl like nicked her, or no, like a cat, like no, it was on the cat food, right? Like the can, she like nicked her finger, and then he was like, oh, I need the blood. He's like, put that thing away right now. Put your finger away.
I need it bad.
And then later on, he goes to his father figure, who's bleeding out, and he's like, "Who did that to you, bro?"
I don't need it. And you can say that's progression, but right after that, he goes to the corpse of his fucking dying girlfriend. Is like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, can't control it. Anyways, that's it. Positives. Anyone want to start? Who wants to start?
I'll start.
I heard that, dude.
The shadows were cool and reminded me of Nightcrawler.
Shadows were cool.
Alex?
I like the flying. I like the flying, honestly.
The flying? Is that what you said?
The flying.
Oh, the flying.
Whenever he figured out how to fly, like how everything like slowed down around him, and then he was able to see like the wind path and just
literally
like
everything that involved his movement was amazing, in my opinion.
Especially when he double
from
jumps
his fighting to his jumping from buildings to his flying to everything.
You can tell that's where all the budget went.
Worth it.
Took it away from the writers.
No,
no.
I already said all my positives in non-spoiler.
Shit.
All right. What are y'all rated? What are y'all?
Anthony, you're not gonna get positives.
You didn't say positives.
I could go on, but I feel like I've already rambled enough about like what parts I do like.
Okay.
So I've given enough.
That's fair.
All right, we'll let Anthony go last because he's gonna have.
Anthony starts smiling. That's funny.
I'm gonna give this a 3.
Bro.
Oh shit.
Anthony's about to commit a hate crime, bro.
Okay, can I just say something? And I know you're gonna disagree, so you don't have to verbally disagree.
Say it after our ratings.
Okay.
Write it down, Anthony, so you don't
Because
forget.
the direction this is going, I feel like it's gonna be for all of us, not just Edward.
I give it a 6. Anthony's fucking fuming right now.
Noah.
I can't believe I'm giving it a lower score than Edward. I'm giving it a 2. I'd rather watch Moonfall again. Like dead ass. At least I enjoyed
what?
Moonfall.
I'm gonna be real. I think I want to give this one a 2 as well,
Bro.
because I think I'm gonna give this. I think I preferred.
Okay,
The
no one
Lost
cares
City
about why
because
you're
at
gonna give it 2. I'm gonna tell you why y'all are dumb. I feel like
Moonfall tried to have a good story with this lore.
this movie was on par with like every other Marvel or every other action like kind of superhero movie out there, in my opinion.
What the fuck
Like,
do you mean on par?
On par with Venom. On like by far.
Those are
with
those-
Infinity War.
those are Sony those are Sony verse movies, so it makes sense.
Dude, it's like classic movies in the same genre. I feel like it lived up.
What the
I
fuck is wrong with you, dude?
a 2, bro.
Dude,
No,
I think I would rather listen to shitty Lost City
Bro,
humor than I would.
I
to
gave
watch
American
this movie
Days of
seriously.
Crime a 2. Okay.
Okay, well, you're also retarded and don't give any movies shitty ratings. So
Bro, a 2 is like you will never watch this again.
I would never watch this movie again.
Okay,
Honestly,
okay, Anthony. All right, I'll give it a 3.
That's me.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm keeping mine.
I'll keep in mind.
Jared Leto.
I wanted to like this movie. I don't want no hate against Jared. I like Jared Leto. I wanted him to do good.
A 2?
Yes, a 2. You gotta be
2.
honest. You gotta be honest as
It's
a
not
critic,
even
and
just
I'm
a
being
cool
honest.
thing. It's just a factual thing, dude. Like,
Bro, okay.
what do you give this movie, Anthony?
I'm giving it an 8 and I'm logging off.
Why are you logging off, bro?
Because
Nah,
I can't with you.
Did you just no? Give,
Bro,
give,
we
her,
did-
give her a real fucking
we didn't-
fucking rating, bro.
We didn't even give you crap, Anthony. What? Why are you so mad?
Give
It's
your
just our
real rating,
opinion,
bro.
dog.
I know you are not dropping a 10 bomb on this.
I didn't say 10.
You said 8.
he said 12.
I just heard 10. Did you say
No,
8 out of 10?
You said 8, yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll give this one a 2.5.
Bro.
What a fucking difference, am I right?
Me too, Edward, honestly.
Oh shit.
only because Anthony brought up Days of American Crime, and I think this one's a bit better.
I
than
gave that one a 0, so.
I hate y'all.
But
Brings this movie to a whopping Hooligans 4.75. On that note, we're gonna close the pod off, guys. Total rating out of 10, average out to a 4.75 for your 4 humble hosts. Check out our socials. We're gonna do a YouTube video talking about the direction of a Sony superhero movies, so we'll probably get into this a little bit more there.
and
So follow our YouTube, hit our notifications, and to be notified whenever that drops. Check out all our socials at the Hooligan Hangout, TikTok, Instagram. Get your live updates there. And that's where you'll see more updates in the trailer coming soon, hopefully, for our new short film titled Abandoned.
Yeah.
Have a
Stay
good
tuned.
night, day, afternoon, whatever time of day you're listening to this.
2:30 at night, getting drunk.
Thank y'all
Give
so
your
much
mom a
for being
kiss.
fans of Hooligans.
Love.